welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the New England Patriots. Now, if you've been watching my Patriots videos all summer, you know my thoughts. Bill O'Brien is going to turn this Patriots offense completely around and get them back on track. This Patriots team is a over 500 squad. I think they're a minimum 10-win team for this upcoming season. But we're going to talk about a couple of things regarding this offense in today's video because seriously, Bill O'Brien is going to get Mac and Cheese Jones back on track to the Pro Bowl caliber talent that we saw in his rookie season. So with the Patriots training camp beginning on July 26th, which is also my birthday, there's a bunch of speculation going on right now in the NFL world just because some teams have started camp, but we're still kind of in that dead part of the NFL offseason. Thankfully, it's about to ramp up for the Patriots this upcoming week, but I saw an interesting idea saying that the Patriots should trade for Courtland Sutton. Okay, and it got me thinking to the Patriots offense because I really like their weapons. However, apparently, Juju Smith-Schuster, according to NFL Network's Mike Giardi, wasn't 100% at mandatory minicamp because of a lingering knee injury from last season. We know how wide receiver rooms in the NFL works. It's actually entirely rare that everybody is fully healthy. So the more depth you have, the better. When we take a look at the depth chart for the Patriots right now, you have Juju, you have Devontae Parker, who I really like, Tyquan Thornton, who I am just all summer have been just preaching. This guy is ready to break out, and I guarantee you it happens, or at least a small sample breakout happens this season with Bill O'Brien and Mac Jones. But Tyquan Thornton looks to be your wide receiver 3. And then we get a little bit deeper. Kendrick Bourne, who was the leading receiver 2 years ago in Mac Jones' rookie year. He had over 800 yards catching. If he's your wide receiver 4, you have pretty solid wide receiver depth. And then don't forget about Butte, my man from LSU. Extremely excited about his future in the league as well. Take a look at the tight end room. You have Hunter Henry. You have Mike Gesicki, new addition. I don't really think the Patriots need Courtland Sutton because the Broncos want a second-round pick. However, I would rather have Sutton on the Patriots than DeAndre Hopkins. The thing with the Patriots this upcoming season, and actually before we get into it, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I post daily NFL content. I post a bunch of Patriots videos every single week. Let's try and get this video to 250 likes. That would mean the world to me. But here's the thing, man. Regardless of if you trade for Sutton or if you pick up a wide, you make a big time move for a wide receiver, or if the roster stands as is for this upcoming season, no matter what, you're going to have a much better, a much more clear vision of your future, i.e. is Mac Jones the guy? Regardless of Courtland Sutton being on this team or DeAndre Hopkins choosing New England instead of Tennessee, regardless, you're going to know if Mac Jones is the guy by the end of the season. So that's the most important thing. Now, with that being said, why not go in for a guy like Courtland? We take a look at his career. And the reason that the Broncos could possibly be moving on from him, they exercised his fifth-year option, Jerry Jeudy's fifth-year option. It's not like Sutton's disgruntled or that he wants to leave Denver or anything like that. However, they have Tim Patrick healthy, missed last year with torn ACL. They have Jerry Jeudy, and then they just drafted a wide receiver. So it could be Sutton's on his way out. Well, to me, Sutton isn't really worth a second-round draft pick. So maybe at this point in the offseason, the Broncos would take a third or a fourth or some type of different package. We take a look at this past season, 64 catches, 830 yards. He's been in the league for 5 seasons, and he's had a very successful NFL career. He's only made 1 Pro Bowl. That was all the way back in 2019, and we know how wide receivers work in the league. You're going to see most of a young or of a wide receiver, he was drafted in the second round out of SMU back in 2018. You're going to get most of a wide receiver's production in their first 5 or 6 years that they get into the league. Sutton's entering his 6th year. He's not a clear-cut wide receiver 1. If that asking price moves, I'm down for it. I think the Patriots should hop on that. They just had a stellar draft. They have so many different draft pieces coming on both sides of the ball, specifically the defense that is already undisputedly top 10, which we'll talk about at the end of this video. But hopefully you guys get my drift here. A second-round pick for Courtland Sutton isn't a move I'd be dying the Patriots to do. I don't think he's a crazy needle mover, but if you want to go all in on Mac Jones and at least, give him ample depth, which, like I said, I already think he has. But if you want to just get to that next level, well, then maybe offer a third or fourth round draft pick for Sutton and see if that gets the job done. But like I said, I really am not concerned about the Patriots, let alone their threats, but especially I'm not concerned about Mac Jones. I'm not concerned about the Patriots offense this upcoming season, especially the rush game that's extremely underrated because of Bill O'Brien. Okay. You have a quarterback, you have Stevenson, one of the most underrated running backs in the National Football League, and you have a stellar defense that only got better, man. The Patriots had a sneaky draft. And I remember the discourse when the NFL draft was over, where it's like, what are the Patriots doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean, what are the Patriots doing? They're doing what they always do. Christian Gonzalez at pick number 17 fell right on their lap. This is a cornerback who's going to come in day one and be a starter, and eventually he's going to be a lockdown, shutdown cornerback in this league, or that's at least my thought. Christian Gonzalez, up until he got selected at pick 17, was undisputed top 10 draft pick in pretty much every single mock you would read or watch. Keon White, Mapu. The Patriots had another great draft, all right? But it's, I feel like maybe it's never anything crazy, which is why it flies under the radar. But trust me, a lot of these guys next season, a lot of these rookies are going to have day one impact, as all Patriots fans know. They do a great job at drafting. But once again, that defense coming in ranked 11th in the NFL last season. Well, I think a large part of that is Matt Patricia was running your offense, and your offense wasn't on the field for much because they only scored 21.4 points per game, which was around middle of the pack, but it's not going to get the job done, especially in the AFC East and how talented that division has become. So altogether, like I said, with the schedule, I understand, man, it's not the easiest schedule. I get a ton of, non-Patriots fans hopping on my Pat's comments saying, like, look at their first 8 games and tell me one win. It's like, all right, come on, let's be real here. I get it. It's a difficult schedule on paper, but keep in mind, like 50% of teams every year in the NFL, there's new playoff teams. 50% of last year's playoffs aren't going to be in the playoffs this year. So the Patriots 8-9, less than stellar season, but they were a couple of late games away, like obviously the Raiders game, but there were a couple of close ends away from winning 10 games, or at least 9 games. So I'm all aboard the Patriots train right now. I'm excited. I think Mac Jones is an extremely talented quarterback, and I'm excited for him to cement that into the NFL this upcoming year, led by offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien, because, we talked about it all summer. Matt Patricia is your offensive coordinator. I have bad news for you. I'm not, an NFL coach, but I have bad news for you. Matt Patricia is probably not suited to run your offense. So they learned that lesson, which was a relatively obvious lesson that a lot of Patriots fans saw coming. But thankfully, they snagged Bill O'Brien, who's a great offensive coach. All right. That's it for today. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. But guys, let me know. Do you like the Patriots offense as it stands right now, or do you think they should make another move for a wide receiver at some point? Peace.